to the future, past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
It is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each.
Touchdown, Washington! A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Powell throwing on first down here.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
You look at this Niner defense.
They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson,
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, 58 yards.
And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd.
And he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. After one, it's 13-6.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2.
as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, Howell back to pass.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Howell.
This will be caught at the 2.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Sam Howell
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their... They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And it's fielded at the 34. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Washington. That punt returns 66 yards, and it goes the distance.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
27, 49ers 6.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That is caught.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Slide for the PAT.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score. Commanders 34, 49ers 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Joey Slide to kick off for the Commanders.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to throw here. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10.
At their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Montez Sweat with a tackle. Now 2nd and 5.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. He's to the 15. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste.
And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Commanders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On second down, McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll set up to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a second down and 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
They need 2. Here's third down.
Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Niners first down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Chase Young,
he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Open man, that's Ronnie Bell.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I can't believe what I'm watching. Are you even paying attention?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Off play action. It's Howell.
And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Back to throw. Howell. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame.
Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
49ers 6.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
2nd and 9 now. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll go play action. Howell. He's got it to Gibson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Powell. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell over the middle, complete. That's right. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
It's Howell with another throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second and 1. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of